You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I've already written it out. I don't need to, it's my script. It's not a script. This is no knock on AI or people that use it. I'm not trying to do that. But when that stuff comes and you sit and you're quiet, you pray, you meditate, you read, whatever you're processing your thoughts, you're processing your experiences and so on. And then you map those out and the lessons are inherent for you and you're processing them through your heart and your mind. Then when you go to talk about them, you're not really trying in the same way, at least for me. I'm not
Yeah.
trying in the same way. This is more just a natural outworking. And part of what I've been thinking too recently, like there is a very popular woman. There's several people actually that, but one specifically, Mel Robbins, or like a couple of her books. It'll be like these things that like hit her while she was in bed or something, you know. And she's written books about that. She has a very popular podcast, and she interviews a bunch of people across the gamut and so on. But a lot of that, and I was thinking about this process. A lot of what people are doing, they're just putting out things that they are themselves learning. Here's the lesson I learned this morning during my prayer time, during my walk, my conversation, and so on. Like some epiphany hit me, and some of them are pretty basic, but also very functional and really help people. And some of them, you know, it's that's the kind of stuff that I think that for me is helping me in the birth process too. One of the things I paid attention to is preachers or teachers, like people that talk, just speakers generally speaking. I would go and you can hear something on the same topic, and there's somebody that like grabs me versus somebody that's like I'm trying to stay engaged here. And part of what I realize is there's a difference. There's a real difference between when a message gets birthed, like you actually like it goes through you, it comes through your belly, versus it just like, oh, I read this and I'm gonna spit it back out. Or even now, like I think it's getting even more. You can tell even more now because it's not even something you read. It's something that you asked AI to produce, and now you're reading the script almost for the first time as you're saying
Yeah.
it to the audience.
Yeah.
But when you sat with it and when you wrestled with it and so on, there is something that happens naturally, and there's a certain sense of rapport, authority, just trust that's there because you actually the material is part of you. And so that's part of what I've been pressing into with the creation stuff is just like, hey, sit with it. Don't, you know, there's shortcuts, and everyone needs shortcuts sometimes, you know, but you are also the product, you know, like I am the product. Like this is what when people are buying something from you, they're often just buying you. I like you. Like even if that's books, Brad, like I love the Lemonade Code, but I wouldn't have bought more than one copy. You know what I'm saying? Like I would, you know, that if it weren't because I like you. But that said, you know, I also connect people because it is also a good product, and it's something that I feel good about recommending to people with kids. Like, man, you should check this out. He's a local guy. This is his story. It's amazing, and so on. And so, anyway, it's a mixed bag. It is the quality of the product, but it's also you. And so I think that when we actually wrestle with stuff and people can feel that, like there's a genuine nature to what's happening here. It adds something to the equation.